Hello, and welcome back to the Elite Iconic English. I'm Natasha, and I'm so glad you're here. Do you want to improve your English listening and writing skills? In today's episode, we are going to talk about how to make English part of your daily life. When you hear real-life stories in English, your listening gets better. But not only that, you also learn how to write better sentences because your brain remembers how English works in real situations. If you're new to this channel, remember, we upload new lessons every day to help you speak and understand English more naturally. And if you enjoy this episode, don't forget to press the like button. Let's start with a few questions to think about. How many minutes do you spend listening to English every day? Do you ever speak to yourself in English while doing housework? What's one small thing you can change today to use more English? Now, let's begin. When I first started learning a second language, I made a simple decision. I said to myself, every time I look at my phone, I'll read something in that language. It was small, but it helped. Instead of reading only messages or social media, I searched for short news articles or blogs in that language. You can do the same with English. For example, last week I met Daniel, one of our podcast listeners. He told me that every morning while making breakfast for his kids, he listens to this podcast. He said it's only 15 or 20 minutes, but it helps my ears get used to English. I really like that. It shows that even small moments in your day can be great for learning. You don't need hours, just use the time you already have. When you're brushing your teeth, walking to the shop, or waiting for your tea to boil, these are moments when you can listen to English. Now let me tell you about Amina. She's a nurse and works long shifts. At first, she thought she had no time to practice English, but she changed her routine. Before bed, she writes a journal in English. Just simple things like, "Today was busy," or "I helped a patient who was kind." After 3 months, she noticed that writing became easier, and she started thinking in English. That's the power of making it part of your life. Let's take a moment now. Look around you. What do you see? Try to describe your surroundings in English. For example, you might say, "I'm sitting on a brown sofa. There is a blue mug on the table. The window is open, and the air feels cool." These small sentences help you build fluency. Another tip comes from Rahim, who lives in South Africa. He told me that he speaks to his wife in English during dinner. Not all the time, but a few minutes. Each evening, they talk about simple things, how their day went, what they plan to do tomorrow, or a funny thing their child said. It's not only good for English, but also a nice way to connect with family. What can you do like that? Can you tell your husband or your child one thing in English each day? Let me give you a small challenge. Tonight, before bed, say one full sentence in English to someone in your family. If you live alone, say it to yourself in the mirror. It could be something like, "I am learning English every day," or "I listened to a podcast today and understood it well." And here's another idea. Try changing your phone's language to English. It may feel strange at first, but you'll start seeing and reading English many times during the day. That repeated exposure helps your brain learn faster. There's also the power of labeling. One of our listeners, Tariq, shared a clever trick. He wrote the names of objects in English on small sticky notes and placed them on things around the house: the fridge, the chair, the door, the mirror. Every time he walked by, he repeated the Mao words. After 2 weeks, he had memorized more than 50 items. And it's not just about objects. Think about actions. When you wash your hands, say to yourself, "I am washing my hands." When you open the door, say, "I am opening the door." This helps you connect words with actions, and that's how we remember language best. So here's a quick review. Listen when you can, speak when you can, write even just a few words, and surround yourself with English. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be daily. Let me share a short story with you. It's about Emily, a school teacher from Canada. Emily wanted to improve her English speaking skills because she planned to move to another country for work. She was busy every day, but she found a simple way to practice. She started talking to herself while doing her housework. For example, while she washed the dishes, she said, "I'm washing the plates. The water is warm. The soap smells fresh." When she folded clothes, she said, "These are my husband's shirts. I fold them carefully." These sentences may sound simple, but they helped her build confidence. Over time, her speaking became smoother. This is something you can do too. You don't need to wait for someone to talk to. You can practice alone. Your kitchen, your bedroom, even the garden. These places can become your English classroom. Now let's talk about another idea. Reading aloud. One listener, Peter, told me he reads simple stories out loud for 10 minutes every night. He says it helps his mouth get used to the sounds of English. You can do the same with anything. Short articles, children's books, or even your daily shopping list. Just read it slowly, clearly, and out loud. Your tongue and brain will begin to work together. And if you have a notebook, keep a daily English journal. Just write 3 to 5 sentences a day. For example, today you might write, "Today I listened to Natasha on the English Pod community. I learned how to use English in my daily life. I will speak 1 sentence in English tonight." These small notes build a big habit. Now let's meet another learner, Ahmed. He works at a shop and has a long bus ride every day. He used to look out the window and wait. But now he listens to English podcasts on the bus. He also watches people and tries to describe what they're doing in English. He says things in his mind like, "The man is carrying a bag. The woman is talking on the phone. A boy is eating an apple." This daily practice made his English sharper and faster. Even if you live in a place where people don't speak English, your mind can still stay in the language. You can use your eyes, your thoughts, and your routine to build English all around you. Let's try something now. Look at your hand. Can you describe it in English? Say something like, "My hand is strong, my fingers are long. I use my hand to cook, clean, and write." It may feel strange, but this type of thinking is what helps you become fluent. And let's not forget speaking with others. Even if your partner, your husband, or your children don't speak English well, you can still share 1 or 2 sentences each day. Start with greetings like, "Good morning, how are you today?" Or, "Did you have a good day?" Simple phrases, but full of power when used daily. I remember Jack, a listener from the UK, who told me his wife doesn't speak much English, but every night they both try to say 5 sentences in English before bed. He said they laugh a lot, make mistakes, and learn together. That's the spirit of daily learning. You can also label your feelings. When you feel tired, say, "I am tired today." When you are happy, say, "I feel good right now." When something is difficult, say, "This is hard, but I will try." This helps you connect emotions to words, and it makes your speaking more natural. Are you ready to try this right now? Say 1 sentence out loud about how you feel. You could say, "I feel calm," or "I am ready to learn more." Good job. Every sentence you speak builds your confidence. Now let me tell you about Ben, a farmer from Australia. He wanted to improve his English for business reasons. Every morning while feeding the animals, he described what he was doing. "I am feeding the chickens. I am walking to the barn. The sun is rising." These small moments helped him speak more fluently when he later met English-speaking customers. So what do we learn from this? You don't need to stop your life to study. You just need to add English to your life. You are cooking, speak a sentence. You are walking, think in English. You are cleaning. Say what you're doing. One of the most powerful ways to improve your English is to stop waiting for the perfect moment. Many learners think they need a full hour to sit down and study with a book or a teacher, but that's not true. The best learners use small moments, short breaks, and everyday activities to practice. You don't need to change your whole life. You just need to change how you see your life. Let me share a longer story with you. It's about Sarah, a mother of 2 children who lives in a small town in England. Sarah always wanted to improve her English speaking, but she had a lot to do at home. She had to cook, clean, help her children with homework, and take care of her husband. Every day was full. She told me that she didn't have time to sit down with books or go to classes. So what did she do? She changed how she used her time. She said, "If I have to wash the dishes anyway, I can talk to myself in English while I do it." So while she cleaned the plates, she said things like, "I am washing the red bowl. The water is hot. I like the smell of the soap. The kitchen is quiet right now." These small sentences helped her brain stay in the rhythm of English. Later, when she helped her children with schoolwork, she started using English numbers and colors. She would say, "This pencil is green. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3. Her children began to join her. After a few weeks, her confidence grew, and she found herself using English without thinking too much. That is what happens when you make English part of your normal life. Another great example is Thomas. He is a driver. He spends hours each day on the road. At first, he said he only listened to the radio in his language, but then he found our podcast. He started listening every morning when he started his car. He said, I can't sit with a book, but I can listen with my ears. So every morning, he listens to an English story. He doesn't stop driving. He just adds English to what he already does. After some time, he began to repeat words while driving. If he heard a new word, he would say it out loud 3 times. For example, he heard the word comfortable, and he said comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. Then he made a sentence. This seat is comfortable. That's how you take one word and turn it into something useful. And here's something simple but helpful. Try to keep a small notebook with you. It can be a real notebook or a note app. On your phone, every time you hear a new English word, write it down. Then try to make a sentence with it later. If you hear the word quiet, you can write, the room is quiet. If you hear hurry, you can write, I need to hurry to the shop. This makes new words stay in your memory. Now, I want to talk about something important, thinking in English. Many learners ask me, how can I stop translating in my head? The answer is, start thinking in short English sentences during your daily life. You don't need to make long or perfect sentences. Just say what you see, feel, or do. For example, when you wake up in the morning, say, it's morning. I feel sleepy. I will get up now. When you make breakfast, say, I am making tea. The cup is white. I like the smell. When you walk outside, say the sky is blue, the street is quiet, I hear birds. These sentences are simple, but they build your English thinking slowly and naturally. Let me tell you about David. He works in an office and doesn't have many people to speak English with. So he made a rule for himself. He said, every day I will write 10 simple English sentences about my life. He writes things like, today I answered many emails. I ate lunch at my desk. My friend sent me a message. I feel tired now. After 1 month, his writing improved. But more than that, his speaking also improved. Why? Because writing helps your brain practice sentence structure. David told me something I liked a lot. He said, English is not something I study once and forget. It is something I live every day. That's a smart way to think. If you wait for big lessons, you learn slowly. But if you live with English, you grow quickly. You can also use your home to help you. Walk around your house and name things in English. Look at the table and say, this is my table. Look at your window and say, the window is open. Look at your shoes and say, these are my black shoes. They are old but comfortable. This kind of practice makes your English feel real and natural. Let's imagine a full day together now, and I will guide you through how to use English the whole day without stopping your normal routine. In the morning, when you wake up, say to yourself, I feel tired. I will get out of bed now. I need to wash my face. Then when you brush your teeth, say, I am brushing my teeth. The water is cold. The toothpaste tastes fresh. While making breakfast, say, I am cooking eggs. I am cutting bread. I will make tea. When you are eating, you can say, this bread is warm. I like this tea. It smells good. After that, if you clean the dishes, say, I am cleaning now. The water is soapy. The sink is full. If you are going outside, describe what you see. The road is empty. The sky is cloudy. I see a man walking. This way, your mind is always working in English. It is like exercise for your brain. In the afternoon, if you are working, you can describe your actions. I am using my computer. I am writing a message. I need to check the calendar. Even these small work tasks can become part of your English learning. If you meet someone, try to say one sentence in English. Even if it is just, hello, how are you today? That is progress. If you speak with your children, teach them one word in English. Say, this is a spoon. Can you say spoon? That way, they learn with you. Later in the evening, when your work is finished, sit down for 5 minutes. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what did I do today? Try to answer in English. Say, today I cleaned the kitchen. I went to the shop. I called my sister. I listened to an English podcast. This reflection helps you remember what you learned. Right before bed, speak or write one full sentence. It could be, I am proud of myself today, or I will try again tomorrow. Then sleep with a calm mind, knowing that you added English to your day. You're doing great, and I'm really happy you're still here with me. Let's keep going on this journey of learning English by making it a natural part of your day. Remember, when you hear real stories and when you try to use English in your own daily life, you are not only improving your listening, but also becoming more confident in writing and speaking. Now let's imagine a full day again, but this time we will go even deeper. I want you to listen and imagine each situation. You can even repeat the sentences after me to practice your speaking. Let's start with the morning. Imagine you are waking up early. You open your eyes and say in English, "I feel sleepy." The room is dark. I will turn on the light. You sit up and say, "I need to stretch. My back feels tight. I will stretch my arms and legs." You walk to the bathroom and say, "I am brushing my teeth. The toothpaste is minty. The water is cold. I see myself in the mirror." These short and easy sentences help your brain to stay in English. Then you go to the kitchen. You say, "I am making breakfast. I will boil eggs. I will cut some bread. I will drink tea today." When you eat, say, "This egg is soft. The bread is fresh. I like this breakfast." After you eat, you clean the dishes and say, "I am washing the plate. The sink is full of water. I will dry the cup with a towel." You don't need to be fast or perfect. Just be consistent. Speak what you do. Every little sentence matters. Let me share a longer real-life example with you. This is about Mark. He lives in a busy city and he works as a security guard. He works long hours, sometimes during the day and sometimes at night. He told me, "I want to learn English, but I don't have time to join classes or use books. I come home tired." So what did Mark do? He started speaking to himself during his work. When he walked around the building, he said things like, "I am walking to the main gate. The floor is clean. I see a car coming." If he saw someone, he said, "That man is wearing a blue shirt. He is talking on the phone." During the night shift, when the place was quiet, he would whisper English words to himself. He said, "It is dark. The lights are on. I hear the wind." Mark also kept a small notebook in his pocket. Every time he heard a new word in English or from our podcast, he wrote it down. Later, when he was resting, he made a simple sentence with that word. One day, he heard the word security. He wrote, "I work in security. My job is to protect the building." Then he used it again and again until he remembered it. Now let's go to the afternoon. You might be at home, working, shopping, or walking outside. Try to keep speaking in English in your mind. If you go to the market, say, "I need to buy onions and potatoes. The shop is busy today. The prices are high." When you return home, say, "I bought vegetables. I will cook them for lunch. I will wash them first." Here's another story. This one is about Emma. She is a housewife and has 3 children. Her husband works long hours, so Emma stays home and manages everything. She wanted to improve her English, but she was nervous to speak. She said, "My grammar is not good. I forget words." I told her not to worry about being perfect. I said, "Speak simple, speak slowly, speak every day." Emma started using English during chores. When she folded clothes, she said, "This shirt is small. This one is big. These socks belong to my son." While she cooked, she said, "I am peeling carrots, I am cutting onions, I am boiling water." She also used English with her children. She taught them body parts in English. She said, "This is your head. These are your hands. That is your back." Her children enjoyed it and they learned fast. Emma felt more confident each week. She also began writing short daily messages to her husband in English. She would write, "Lunch is ready. The children are playing. I cleaned the living room." These simple notes made her feel proud. Now, Emma says, "English is part of my day, like cooking and cleaning. I don't study it. I live it." Let's keep going. Imagine it's now evening. You are done with most of your tasks. You are sitting in your room. Take a moment and speak English to yourself. Say, "Today was a long day. I worked hard. I did my best. I listened to an English podcast. I learned new words." Then, say what you did. "I cooked lunch. I cleaned the table. I called my brother. I read something in English." These small reflections help your brain grow stronger in English. Let me tell you about another person. His name is Henry. He works in a shop. Every day, he talks to many people in his language, but he wants to learn English for better job chances. Henry started learning with our podcast. He listens in the morning. When he opens the shop, he says, I press play and I listen. I repeat new words. I speak to myself. He also made a habit. Every night before sleeping, he writes 5 simple sentences in a notebook. He said, this helps me think in English. Even when I sleep, I feel like my brain is learning. One day he wrote, I helped a customer today. I sold 5 shirts. I cleaned the shelves. I ate rice for lunch. I listened to Natasha's podcast. These are not big sentences, but they are real, and they come from his day. Henry also writes his goals in English. He wrote, I want to speak with tourists. I want to write emails in English. I want to help my son with his English homework. When you write your dreams in English, your brain starts to believe they are possible. Let's now imagine the end of the day. You are lying in bed. Close your eyes and think, today I used English in small ways. I spoke about my actions. I listened to real stories. I repeated new words. I am getting better. This quiet reflection is like giving your mind a hug. It tells your brain, well done. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need big vocabulary. You need simple steps every day. Talk to yourself. Listen to real stories. Write small notes. Describe your world. This is how English becomes part of your life. I am so happy that you are still listening and learning. You are doing something great for yourself. You are making English part of your life. And this will help you in many ways. You will understand people better. You will feel more confident. You will write with more clarity. You will speak without fear. And this all begins with simple daily practice. So, let's continue. Let's imagine a full day again from morning to night, but this time with more stories, more examples, and more chances for you to repeat, understand, and grow. Let's go back to the morning. You wake up early. You open your eyes and say, I am awake now. I feel tired, but I will get up. I want to start my day. You look around your room and say, the fan is spinning. The blanket is soft. I see sunlight through the window. You go to the bathroom and say, I will wash my face. I will brush my teeth. The water is cold. I feel fresh now. These short and easy sentences are the first steps to start your English day. You walk to the kitchen. Maybe you are alone, or maybe your family is there. You say, good morning, how are you? You open the cupboard and say, I need to take a cup. I want to drink warm water. You look at the stove and say, I will cook something simple today. Maybe some eggs and bread. As you cook, say the pan is hot. I will break the egg. It is cooking fast. I will flip it. The bread smells nice. Then you sit and eat. Say, this is tasty. I like soft eggs. The tea is hot. I feel ready for the day. Now, let's meet a new person. Her name is Sarah. She works in a bakery. She makes bread, cakes, and snacks for the people in her neighborhood. She has to wake up at 5 in the morning. She used to feel too tired to study English, but one day she found our podcast. She said, now I listen to English every day while I work. Sarah talks to herself in English during her work. When she mixes flour, she says, this dough is soft. I will add more water. When she bakes, she says, the oven is hot. The bread is rising. The smell is sweet. Even when she packs the bread, she speaks. She says, 1 loaf, 2 loaves. I will tie the bag. The customer will be happy. She told me, these small English words help me think in English. Now I understand customers better when they speak English. Let's now think about a different part of your day. Maybe you go out to the market. On the way, you see people. You can practice English in your mind by describing them. That man is riding a bicycle. He is wearing a red jacket. That woman is carrying a bag. She is walking fast. Then, when you reach the market, speak quietly to yourself. I need tomatoes. I will ask the shopkeeper. The prices look high today. I will buy only what I need. While waiting in line, say, there are 5 people before me. It is a busy day.